Hey, Danny, what's going on?
Hey there, how are you?
Good. How we feeling today?
Trying to get my. I'm doing good. How are you?
I cannot complain. I'm out here in the Midwest. It's looks like it's going to rain today, but outside of that, we're good.
Okay, let's get a good seat here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So today's call is really going to be all about you. I did a little bit of digging, saw some of the notes, but I'm gonna let you expand on really where we're at, where we want to be at, and why online coaching is kind of going to be that road that you're looking to get into. Cool.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right. So I'm gonna give you the floor. Tell me a little about yourself and where we're currently at, and why'd you choose online coaching?
Okay. Well, shit. I guess I'll start from the very beginning. My name is Danny. I'm 28. I have some experience doing online coaching already. It wasn't for fitness, but I would prefer for it to be for fitness because I mean, it's part of my life. It's what I do every day is make sure that I take care of myself. I feel like health is such a huge important thing. And so I would basically focus on that and encompass all of my different skills into one program to be able to help women heal themselves and learn more about what makes them happy and makes them feel fulfilled so that they can have, healthier, longer lives. Um, Something that came up in the group chat. I don't know if you're a part of the group chat on WhatsApp that they added me to, was like what motivates you to do this. And so I feel like I got to share that with you too. Basically, the motivation behind all of this is driven by my grandmother who passed away back in 2018. When she passed away, I had a wake up call and I realized that there was a lot of things that she wanted to do with her life that she didn't. And that all of the stress of putting everybody else's needs ahead of her own was essentially what caused her to have the brain tumors and all of that stuff. So, learning everything after she passed away, I realized that I was basically just destined for a similar fate if I didn't make a point to figure out my life's purpose and basically just give all of my energy to, as opposed to being led to whatever everybody else had in mind for me. So that's what motivates me. I do yoga. So the program is basically going to be yoga based and focused on like nutrition and holistic medicine, different herbs and stuff to cleanse your body and things like that. And I want to be able to share it in a way where it's a complete legitimate business because before it was just like some random online coaching videos that I was doing with a few women that happened to take off a lot faster than I expected. And then it ended up being successful. And so I didn't really have as much of a plan behind it as I would like. So now I'm here.
I like it. So it sounds like the main motivation behind this is your grandma's passing in 2018. And the reason it was
Mhm.
such a huge impact for you is because you realized she fulfilled everyone else's needs and purposes, but she didn't fulfill her own. And that was kind of like that wake up moment for you. Were like, oh my God, if I'm kind of in that same boat right now, I'm doing everything for everybody else. I haven't had a whole time to really pour into myself and give me what I need. And now you
Mhm.
feel like that could be the bigger message that other women are experiencing across the world, to where they're the provider, they're the mother, they're the wife, but they're giving and giving and giving, but they're not getting anything in return, right? So we want to
Mhm.
utilize yoga, holistic medicine, different ways to make sure we're being the most optimal version of women we can, but yet we have a strong sense of independence. Is that about right?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
All right. And it sounds like you had a really successful business. You weren't prepared for that level of success. So it's kind of just like kind of figuring it out as you go. But now we actually want some systems, some processes in place, like maybe a structured game plan. Is that about right? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, that's exactly it. So I just wanted to, because the experience happened so fast, and I wasn't prepared. I wanted to really get like the technical side of things, taken care of. The taxes, the forms, basically all of the stuff that I would need to cover my own ass. That's all.
Okay, I got you. As far as revenue wise, like What are you still doing the online coaching, or what are you doing full time right now?
So I took a break from that for a year to deliver furniture. And that shit was killing my back. So I just quit that last week. I just quit that last week. So right now I'm focused on like dog walking and other side gigs to, continue bringing in money until I get my coaching back on where I want it to be. But I do have like, old clients of mine that are just kind of waiting for me to set up the next thing. So I'm not really too concerned with like what it's going to be like when I start. Like I already know I have a base. I just want to make sure that when I start again, it's the last time that I'm starting. Like I want it to be the whole thing this time.
100%. Now, as far as goal wise goes, what are you looking to generate, starting out to make you feel comfortable and successful? What would that look like per month?
Oh, per month. I mean, $5,000 a month would be nice.
Cool. It's very obtainable. Let me give you some context behind that. Industry averages for online coaching is anywhere on the low end of 250, on the upper end 500. Now, obviously, you can go up a little bit as well, depending what we're offering, but those are the averages. So just imagine if you're charging on average, let's just say 400 bucks. Okay. So if you had like literally 15 clients, there goes 6K a month right there, right? That's how quickly it can be. If you had 25 clients, that gets you 10K a month or 120K a year. So it's nice that you already have a base of individuals that are kind of waiting for you to start like re-engaging and getting this thing back going, because those are some of the people that we could first hit up immediately just to get that ball rolling, that momentum moving. Now that you know those industry averages, 5K is where we would feel comfortable at. What would you like to see yourself making best case scenario?
Best case scenario, 20,000.
Cool. 20K a year, definitely doable. So after we hit about 10K a month on a consistent basis, we'll start talking about maybe moving you into like mastery level coach. And that's for individuals that are hitting that 10K on a pretty consistent basis, maybe for like 2 to 3 months consistently. And then their goal is to get past that 15 to 20K and eventually become more of that CEO of their own business, where we can start teaching others, how to lead other leaders, so that we can step away from the day-to-day monotonous activities and really focus on like the fun stuff, like the client delivery and scaling and things of that nature. Does that sound like something that you want to do?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm go big or go home. I want to go all the way.
Very cool. All right, so we know what our goals are to feel comfortable. And you mentioned the challenges right now are just kind of the back end systems, like the technical side of things. Is there anything else that we maybe struggle with, and maybe lead generation or marketing and that stuff, or are you good there?
I have a good idea of what I'm doing with that, but I would like the additional support with lead generation and marketing. I'm open to hearing other perspectives and shit that can make my stuff better. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but yeah. I don't think that there's anything else. Like, I just really want to make sure that all of the technical stuff is taken care of, because the creative side, I got all of that done. And like advertising is not very hard for me. I work with, well, I used to work as a recruiter, so I have a lot of experience with that kind of stuff.
I love that. Cool. So as far as what we've tried, it sounds like in the past we ran our own business at one point in time. We've been doing some research. You have some experience in like the creative side of things. What else have we been doing? Have you been looking into like any other companies? Have you been doing any research? What does that look like?
Well, I looked at the ISSA and NASM, and so they just offer the personal training certification, but they don't have like the stuff I just started talking to you about. Like what happens after you complete the certification and you actually want to become a certified business owner and you get an LLC and all of that stuff. It's not. I mean, they say that you need it when you take the course, but they don't give you a breakdown on how the process is done.
Yeah, so we actually solved that problem for you. We actually have an additional certification at no additional charge, but it allows you to get certified in fitness and nutrition. So you're a full-fledged online fitness coach. So it's equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. The test is 77 questions long. You got to get an 80% or better. It's open book. It's not timed. It typically only takes about 2 weeks to complete. And once you pass, you get an email sent directly to you. And that helps you feel a little bit more qualified. Goes over macro-based, goes over intuitive eating, how to build a healthy plate, whether for muscle gain or weight loss. It talks about foods that reduce inflammation. On the programming side, different programming variables, things of that nature as well, intensity techniques, all that. So we'll take care of that for you as
That's
well.
pretty cool.
So we take care of
That's
that
awesome.
while you're building your business. Yeah. So like you said, it's awesome to have ongoing, research, and it's great to have additional education, but we want to make sure that we're being more efficient with our time. So if we can get you certified while building your business, I think that's going to benefit you a lot more in the long run. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I love it. Outside of that, like, what's your learning style? What do you need from a business coach or a mentor? Are we looking for someone that keeps you accountable? Are you looking for a cheerleader, someone warm, maybe someone strict? What is your needs?
I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was delivering furniture for a year, I am not as warm as I used to be. So like somebody who's really bubbly, and that would probably get on my nerves. I probably would need somebody who's very direct and to the point. If they want to hold me accountable, I think that's great. Because I like to get to the point.
I like it. I like it. Cool. All right. So let me ask you this. How would you like your life to look different than where it's currently at in the next 4 to 6 months?
I'd like to have a full calendar of fitness clients, or whatever coaching programs that I'm selling at that point. I want it to be completely full. I want to be completely booked on my calendar. I'd like to have a good amount of reviews, like enough to start making basically like little infomercials or whatever. Because I have a few reviews that are written, but I want to have like people send me videos and stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, I'd like to also just get in touch with the people that I live nearby, because I'm close with my downtown community. They have like an art community out here, and I perform poetry out there. I'd like to get in touch with some of them and let them know about this kind of stuff, so I can do some in-person coaching as well.
I love that. So a lot of coaches online don't think outside the box like that. I'm a huge advocate for maximizing your local surroundings, especially if you're really well known in a certain area. I've been a mastery level trainer for over 15 years. So a lot of what I maximize on is my base out here, right? So for instance, my wife's in healthcare. Some of the most unhealthiest people are healthcare professionals. So I'll go do free talks and seminars, which draws me 15 referrals every single time I do it. I'm also partnered with a local supplement company. So I have a lot of my clients on specific supplementations based upon their goals. That supplement company gives me discounts and referrals, like about 30 referrals a month, just because I'm supporting their business. So again,
that's amazing.
People know who I am, and it's a much more warmer lead when it's coming from another additional source, right? So if you have an in with the art community, that could be just another group of people that you really niche down with, and you kind of cater to their needs. So phenomenal. Yeah, if you can do it in person and a little bit of what we call hybrid, a little bit in person and online, you can charge your in-person clients significantly more, because your time is a lot more valuable in person. It's taking you away from your other responsibilities. So I like that game plan quite a bit. Now, if you were to hit these goals, and we're hitting 10 to 15K a month in the next 4 to 6 months, how would that make you feel? What would life look like on a financial standpoint, on a mental standpoint, on a spiritual standpoint? What would that do for you?
Spiritually, it would definitely shift a lot of things. Mentally, I think I'd be a lot more calm. I'm not gonna lie. I think a majority of everybody's stress comes from money. So I think I'd be a lot more calm. I wouldn't be concerned with as much. And then just like my day-to-day life, I don't think it would be too much different, besides like where I live and what kind of car I drive and things like that. But I'm big on routines, so I'm probably gonna have the same lifestyle anyway.
I love it. Now, you had mentioned finances, right? That's the number one thing for most people. Is that the main thing that we're seeking as far as financial freedom and more flexibility, or was it that you're really trying to gain out of this?
To be completely honest, I feel like it's my life's purpose. I'm really chasing purpose right now. I feel like I'm supposed to be helping people, and I feel like that goes hand in hand with my mental health. I just think it would bring me peace to actually be doing something that heals people and brings them closer to themselves, something that can spread positivity.
Yeah.
And with doing that, money just naturally finds me, it just comes with it.
Yeah, 100%. So let me ask you this. So I'm going to kind of go over a quick recap just to make sure I have everything. And then we're going to deep
Mhm.
dive. So I'm really excited about today because everything that you mentioned was a challenge. It's going to be laid out step by step for you. Really last one question. It sounds like you're really big with community. Is that something that like you have a strong value with, like additional support, additional ways to network with other individuals?
Yes. When I was doing the coaching before a couple of years ago, something that I established that kept me in touch with all of the women that are waiting for me to get back started, was like a little group chat. I put together a group chat for all of the women that, wanted to stay in touch after, they spoke with me. And I wanted to give them an opportunity to be in touch with each other and be supportive for each other and, kind of answer each other's questions. Because I don't have any children, but some of them are mothers and they have questions about kids and things that happen after babies and stuff like that. So it was a great way to get all of them to basically become friends with each other and continue spreading what I had started. So they decided to go and help people too, and it was really nice.
I love that. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over a high level of what we have to offer. Then we're actually going to deep dive into our specific modules. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to get you to 10K. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Turn sideways. Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. So we are the Next Level Coaching Academy. We're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A out of a possible A+. And we're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world. So ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now on the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have the 10K Accelerator. We're going to have the Mastery Level Coach. Now 10K Accelerator is ideal for an individual such as yourself, someone who's looking to get certified. They want to create a massive impact on the online space. And the information can get us from 0 up to 10K in as little as 4 months if so desired. Now, mastery level, that's when we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, but our focal point is to eventually become that future CEO, hit about 100K per year, and kind of step away from that coaching aspect, okay? So where we're currently at, we're gonna focus on building our foundations first. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Our program is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some paying clients. We can't establish ourselves as a business without actual paying clients. From there, we'll start creating a solid business foundation. We're going to help you generate leads organically so we can maximize your reach. And we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass that 10K per month. As far as the support side of things go, it's second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire duration. This individual that you've been paired with has actually completed both 10K and mastery level. So they have a high 6 or 7 figure business of their own built off the information in this course. You'd have a customized game planning call with them to really review where you're at and where you want to be the most efficient way to get there. And then every 2 weeks, you'll have private Zoom calls very similar to this, revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions on what you need to execute moving forward. Now, you'll also be introduced to a sales coach. This is huge. This is outside of your private one-on-one coach. So when we're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom sales calls per week and we complete the sales module, that's when we'll implement this. And that individual will help you get a larger return of investment, teach you the psychology behind sales, and lock down those leads at a 40% clip or greater. You'll also be
Okay.
eligible for bi-weekly roster coaching calls and then 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a normal 9 to 5. So this would go over objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset issues, even case studies as well. Outside of that,
Okay.
24/5 tech support. So when you're not on those game planning calls, you can text your coach as much as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. Now, as you know, you've had your own business. Becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting, but it's also overwhelming at times. So we've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. This makes sure that we're in a good headspace to move forward with our business. So we do weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling, which I think would go in hand with your yoga. I think you'd really like that. As far as the
I
resources
do.
go, you're going to have that 10K Accelerator. As far as the resources go, you're going to have the 10K Accelerator curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. And this is huge. We're going to have completely done for you workout programs. So this will save you hours. And it's cool because it has a little drop down menu. So say, for instance, if it's a hinge movement, you can select the type of exercise that you want for that specific individual. And you can also, add a little something extra from yours. So maybe you're doing workout programming plus yoga. This is already done for you though, and it saves you a ton of time. Outside of that, we'll give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Okay, so that one usually takes about 2 weeks. Now, this is the secret sauce and how we get you from 0 to 10K. There's 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. What's that mean? We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to implement very specific strategies to get your first couple clients right out the gate. Phase 2, we're going to set up all your back-end administration systems. We're going to make sure you're a full legal company, and we're going to identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we can then create our offer and pricing. So this first 2 phases will take about maybe a month to month and a half tops. The remaining of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3, developing consistency. We're going to teach you organic marketing strategies, utilizing AI and ChatGPT, as well as other ways to expand our overall reach. We'll also teach you NLCA's community lead generation method. We use WhatsApp group chat for that. And then we'll also teach you basic sales funnel creations and close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4, the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales capabilities. We're going to create consistent client delivery systems, but we're going to emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time and advance into higher levels of your programming. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. How are we feeling so far? Good?
Yeah, I'm actually excited because I mean, you guys have been so generous with all the information and like super like forthcoming with everything. So yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and continue.
I'm glad you like it. You're making my job easy. This is the actual course. The course is 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link. They'll also be associated with videos. Okay, so both the videos and the link are tutorial style, so it goes step by step, so you always know exactly what to do. First step to becoming an online coach, we're going to implement those strategies that I discussed earlier. The cool thing about it is a lot of the resources we provide are already done for you, so it makes our time more efficient.
Okay.
The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. From there, we're going to move into the 10K roadmap. This is going to be 2 phases. Your first goal, you said you want to get to 5K. So what do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? And then what do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So again, clear expectations. You'll always know what to expect. Now, if we want to hit 20K a month, we got to implement specific strategies and daily routines. So we'll teach you how to do that, as well as overcome mindset issues such as anxiety, fear of failure, imposter syndrome, all natural, normal feelings, but we want to move past that to move forward with our business. We've also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions to each and every one of these for you. Okay. And then administration system. This is where you said you wanted the most help at, right? We want to get all of our back-end systems set up. Are you familiar with ChatGPT?
No.
Okay, so ChatGPT, I want you to think of it as like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant. Okay, so we can really use this for SOPs, creating content ideas, even setting it up for like different programs and workout templates. So you can literally go into ChatGPT and say, workout for women 30 to 40 years old, body weight, and within seconds, it'll start typing out a whole thing, which is crazy. And then you can look it over and make some changes if you want, but it literally does. It takes things and does it in half the time. Okay. Back-end systems, we'll show you how to set up Wave or Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly for people to apply and book calls with you. And we'll also introduce you to apps such as True Coach and Trainerize to load up all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot to make it more customizable for your clients. Financial systems, you're going to love this too. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, business liability insurance, health insurance. Now, the cool thing about this is if you were to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks, where we're actually partnered now with an AI company called Taylor Brands to set up our business legalities. It literally takes 2 to 3 minutes, so a fraction of the time.
Oh, that is so lit.
Yeah, so we can now focus on like scaling and, client delivery and things of that nature. So you're not having to wait weeks. Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals. And then from there, we're going to figure out what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we can then create our offer and pricing. So a huge thing right here, understanding how much value you bring and how much experience, okay? And then is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself
Oh,
program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. That high ticket offer will be established upon your length of term. So we help with the structure of your pricing. We'll teach you how to create down sales and discounts as well as high ticket offers. Any questions on that so far?
no.
Cool. All right, we're going to move into organic marketing. We're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So all about efficiency and convenience, and we're going to be utilizing an AI software for that. We're also going to teach you how to expand your overall reach. So we're going to set up podcasts and YouTube. We'll show you how to do that so we can, again, understand like what you're about. And so your audience gets a better idea on like what message you're trying to send, especially if we have a powerful message about fulfillment and living your purpose. A lot of people are going to want to hear that, right? From there, we'll show you how to market for all things. We'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. So it's more than just randomly posting. Very specific strategies in each one of these platforms. We even take it all the way down to the hashtag use. So we use data analytics to track kind of what's like popping and what's not. And then we'll also show you how to maximize all things TikTok related as well to generate more leads and engagement. From there, we'll move into content creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Pro, Canva Basic, and Microsoft Designer. These are great editing tools. It really enhances the page aesthetics. We want your social media to be like a storefront. We want people to kind of be scrolling and be enticed to want to come click on your page. So this is a great way to do that. And it's a great way for branding and logos as well. Now, the 10K lead generation framework, there's 3 different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. This is like inbound marketing or people coming specifically to you. So you had mentioned earlier your group in the past, you'd create like a group. We're going to do something kind of similar, but we're going to use WhatsApp groups. So we're going to set up that up. We're going to tell you how to set it up, why it's important, who we're going to target, and how it's going to benefit your business. From there, we'll give you specific strategies and resources to get people filtered in, okay? So an example, cross-pollination, that would be like you and maybe another coach partnering, and let's say your audience and viewers get to see who they are and vice versa. So we're expanding our overall reach. We're gaining more traction, more followers, more engagement. Free resources. You might give out, 5 days of a free yoga program. People love free stuff. It gets an idea of who you are. It builds trust, and people get a chance to kind of like try you out, so to speak. My favorite one, the scholarship strategy, it drives in a ton of people and it drives in a lot of excitement. It gets people engaged right out the gate. Opposite of that is what we call conversation and calls. This would be called outbound marketing, or you reaching out to individuals first. So we have mentioned already, maximizing your local community, reaching out to other individuals, right? Maybe even doing conversation at maybe like a woman's shelter or things of that nature to really draw engagement so the community understands who you are. Going to different art museums, because art and yoga are tied in very closely together, right? It's like a very specific strategy to really maximize both those things, because both tactics are used for therapeutic purposes, right? So if you can really paint that picture, it will drive in a ton of people. Now, outside of that, we'll give you specific scripts and conversations when you're DMing. And we'll show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms for these relationships. And now that we have that WhatsApp group, hopefully those individuals are getting an opportunity to talk with some of the clients that you already serve. So those clients are going to talk about how dope Danny is. So by the time they get on that sales call, they feel like they know you, they feel like they're a part of your community. And now we have a more intimate one-on-one conversation during that sales call. Make sense?
Yeah, I love all of that. That's pretty dope.
Now, next, we're going to move into the easiest way to grow your business: referrals, friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, talking about how amazing Danny is. We're going to show you different resources and strategies to get people to want to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask for it. So happy people like happy people. From there, we're going to move into sales overview and fundamentals. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, it's imperative that you're good at sales and you learn to love it. So we'll teach you the psychology behind sales and how to maximize your sales capabilities, because we want to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's kind of like a screening call. It's like a 10 to 15 minute phone call to figure out, do I really want to work with this person? Can I actually solve their problem? So we'll give you real-time examples with our coaches which will lead us into our closing call. So we're trying to lock them down as a lead. We're doing a lot of objection handling. So we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be massive. Creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program. And then again, follow-up procedure on how to lock them down once and for all. Now, once we lock them down, we want to go back and we want to track all this. So we want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. We want to make sure there's predictable data every single month. So we'll give you resources to do that efficiently. And then client, the objection handling web, this will be all the excuses you're going to hear over and over why someone can't start. We give you over 30 different examples of what you're going to hear on a daily basis. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections on the sales call. And then from there, the onboarding process, this is probably the most overlooked area by most trainers and coaches. This is someone's first 30 days in your program. So we're talking about setting standards, expectations, building trust, making sure we get a resource in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours. How's the check-in procedure is going to work? All those things, right? We want to make sure this is a special moment. There's no buyer's remorse here. And then in client delivery is the fun stuff. How do we deliver services on a week-to-week basis? And how can we do this more efficiently utilizing ChatGPT and AI software? And then no matter how good of a trainer or coach you are, this is going to happen. It's inevitable. Someone's going to ghost you. Someone's going to quit. Someone's not going to listen. But a lot of times when they're doing this, it's because they're missing something. They want to feel like they're a part of a larger community.
Okay.
Some of them want more individualized touch points. Some of them want to be challenged. Some of them, imagine this, want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. They want gifts. So we'll give you resources and strategies to get them to execute at a higher. And then from there, we're going to move. From there, we'll move into customer support. My computer goes back. There we go. Customer support. So this is how we handle refund requests. If someone wants to pause, if they had a decline, how do we handle that? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, we'll move into client retention. We want to keep people happy for long periods of time, but advance into higher levels of our programming. So we'll teach you strategies to how to do that, and then also how to track it. We'll do a quick recap and we'll answer all of your questions. Cool?
Okay.
All right. The program itself is 4 months long. You're going to have your customized game planning call with your coach. You're going to have that one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll also have a one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a sales coach as well. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings with Chad. 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a 9 to 5, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, the bonus certification, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we're missing?
Shit. I don't think so. I mean, I'm even impressed with all of the stuff, like all the detail with what you were just telling me earlier, like the idea of combining the yoga and the art. I didn't even think of that. That's a wonderful idea. No, you're doing great.
Oh, I'm glad that you're liking it so far. Do you have any questions up till now? Anything that can provide you more clarification?
I just have one burning question, and I know I've been asking this question since the very beginning. I've been trying to figure out how much it costs to get started with you guys because, I'm in between jobs right now. So finances is a thing, but I do have a way to fundraise if it's something that's out of my current range. So I'm just trying to find out, like, how much money do I need to put together to start this program? Because honestly, it seems like it'd be extremely beneficial to me. I mean, I would only, honestly, I can't even think of any other objection.
Yeah. So finance is going to be the easiest thing for me to work on. We're like literally like 1 minute away from that. So the cool thing about this, just to kind of give you some context behind it, there'll be a payment plan or there'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan just means we put down a down payment. We spread the rest out over a certain amount of terms. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front, right? Now, you're being very open and transparent with me. You let me know that things are a little bit tight. We do have extended payment options and we have financing as well. So if it sounds like this is everything you need and it's in 100% alignment with what you're wanting, is this correct?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I'll find a way to make something happen.
Okay. Yes, Jeremy, I fuck with you.
Okay. So we're almost there. I want to dive into. Now, did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee? That's a big deal.
Yes. I want to say Aubrey, the woman I spoke to on the phone at first, told me about it at the end of our call. She was saying that you guys have a guarantee that I'm going to make 3 times the amount that I made before doing coaching from this program, or is it your money back? Is that what it was?
100% refund. Now, to be eligible for that, it's just basic stuff. So for instance, got to attend your game planning call, attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month, 1 group support call each week, have to run a scholarship in the first 90 days as laid out in the modules, charge at least the bare minimum suggested prices of $250 or more for services, which is pretty easy. Hopefully be charging more. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on your optional certification. No late payments. And as long as you do all that and show up and do the work, we guarantee you'll 3 times the amount that you invested, or you get 100% refund. Year to date, we've helped over 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%.
Okay.
So essentially, Danny, if you're confident in your own skill set, right? You have a little bit of skin in the game. You've ran a business before. If you're confident, you know how to follow instructions. You can't fuck this up unless you actually try to fuck it up. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm impressed.
I want you to look at this course as it's, I think about back in school, like if a teacher said, hey, we're going to have an open book test. Besides, this one has the answers circled in red and highlighted in yellow. If you can't see a highlighted book in yellow and circled in red, we got bigger fish to fry, right? So that's how simple it is. Just follow the steps and you will be successful. Cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
I actually did. Yeah, I followed one random woman on Instagram yesterday.
Cool.
Oh my goodness, this is new. But yeah,
I'm just going to share one that I think will be. Well, I'll show you 2 people, 2 different ends of the spectrum. Okay. So Zach was an in-person trainer. He was making around 40, 50K a year. Well, then he joined our program in June 2021. He 15 times his income. So now he's a 7-figure earner. He has a whole team underneath him. He's not doing a whole lot of coaching. He's more of that CEO. Okay. Now on the flip side, you've got Lacey. Lacey had negative 8381 in her bank account. She was a nurse during COVID, going through a really nasty divorce and had 2 kids. So she joined our program. 6 months later, she was hitting 10K months. And now she's actually a mindset coach with us. And she also has her own team. So she's doing extremely well. So your circumstances change very rapidly in this field with that community aspect. Okay. Now, student averages, this is going to be important. A lot of companies will show you their top 10 percenters. We could do that too, but I'd rather show you what the average individual is doing. Okay. So 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do it. Cool stat behind this. The individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging 6,500. So just to be a basic, mediocre individual, you can expect to make 6,500 to 8K at the end of 4 months. Do you find yourself a mediocre individual?
Hell no.
Right? So this is what's going to lead me to the next one. Of the students who hit a 10K month, it takes them on average just 13 weeks. So in 13 weeks, just over 90 days, you could be working your way into a different tax bracket, right? That's huge. That's life-changing. And the students who stay with us for 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals that have 97 clients are averaging $366,000 per year. So they're getting some massive impact. And our students are grading the program a 4.6 out of 5 on average. Any questions on the averages?
No. Because let me see here. 97. No, these are just really good numbers. It doesn't seem unrealistic.
No, and that's just the average. And we know that your mindset is completely different than an average individual. We know you've been through some things that has shaped and molded you. And now we know we have a unique angle to approach with the art community, with women, with different women's shelters, right? We have the different things going for us. It's already in the palm of our hands. So now it's just about taking action and executing. So the ones that are the top-notch individuals, they all carry the 3 C's. That's being coachable, committed, and consistent, right? Coachable means we can handle constructive feedback. We don't get butthurt over it. We implement it. We make those changes. We thrive, okay? Consistent means we do the things day in and day out, regardless of how we feel. There's going to be days where you don't want to DM. Guess what? Fucking do it, right? It's just like there's 2 places I always say I don't necessarily want to go to, but I never regret going. church and the gym. I might not want to go, but when I do go, I feel 5 times better, right? Committed. Committed means we take action based upon where we see ourselves, not based upon our current circumstances. So we make ourselves a non-negotiable, which, as you said, was the main driving point why you're here today. You're ready to take action for yourself so you can fill others, correct?
That's true. That's correct.
All right. So now we're going to get into the investment portion. Okay. We'll talk about that now. Well, before I dive in, I want you to kind of give me a refresher on, if we take action, what this is going to do for you. Like, what will this open up for you personally?
I mean, it would give me, give me a hell of a lot more free time just to work from home full time, doing my online business again. Yeah, it would be dope to be able to say I'm a business owner again. It'd be dope to like not even think about paying my bills, for it to just be paid,
100%. So we're looking at freedom of time, financial freedom, just freedom overall in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a price tag on freedom. All right, you ready to commit to this?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what's up.
All right, here we go. Here we go, Danny. It's only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just playing.
You got jokes.
There's a payment plan of $7,300, and there's a paid in full option that saves you $800 at $6,500. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
I would definitely have to do the payment plan because I can't pay in full currently. So
yeah,
I have to.
That's what that's what the majority of individuals do. So let's talk about how we would do that. I'll start off as if we weren't using any financing options. That way we can kind of get a gauge, and then we'll figure out what's going to be best for you. Cool?
Okay.
So what a lot of individuals will do is they'll put down like around 2,300. Okay. So let me pull out my math because I'm not a mathematician. Okay. So 7,300, we'll put down 2,300. That leaves you a remainder of 5,000. We divide that over 4 months. Your monthly payments is just over $1,250, which is you needing about 3 to 5 clients pending what you're charging. Okay. Do you feel like that's realistic for you?
I mean, if I'm already in your program, yes. So yeah, because all of the stuff, like all of the information that you put in there, I mean, I could run with that. That's a lot of stuff. But the initial down payment, that still would be quite a large chunk of change. So I'd have to like fundraise that, get some women together to help me start.
Cool. That's no worries. So we're going to work backwards now. Okay. So before we move forward on that, I just want to clarify that this is everything that you want as far as it checks all your boxes for coaching. Is that correct?
Yeah, because I mean, it would give me the certification for the fitness and the nutrition, and then on top of that, it gives me all of the background stuff that I needed as far as like technical side of things. And then, you gave me like a bunch of extra stuff that I hadn't even thought of. So I feel like there's so much more to gain from it on top of, the coaching and the one-on-ones. And I read a message from the CEO this morning that was pretty impactful. So I don't know, like I'm up for it. I just want to make sure that I can afford it. So I need to know how much money I need to raise.
Yep. So we're going to figure out a way where you won't even have to raise anything. Cool. We're going to get resourceful together. We're going to put our heads together. We're going to figure out something that makes sense for you. And we're going to get you going. You cool with that?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's up? What do you have in mind?
Okay. So first question, how good's our credit? Good, bad, great, awesome, shitty, amazing. What's it look like?
I want to say it's good, but I haven't been using it for anything, so I'm not totally sure. I should probably check.
Yeah, give me a range on what you think it's at.
I want to say the last time I checked, it was like a 620.
Okay, cool. So this does open up some things for us. There's one for sure that should work for you. It's called Sweet Pay. And what it allows us to do is we take that 7,300, we spread it out over 12 months instead of 4. It's only 5% down. So we do that. Again, my math's not my strong suit, so give me a second. 7,300 times 0.05, that would be 365 down. plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going today would be $424. Now your monthly payments ongoing as of the end of July would be about $622. That's equivalent to you needing, if you're charging, let's just say $300, that's equivalent to you needing about 2.5 clients if you're charging the bare minimum. Hopefully you wouldn't.
Okay, and it would be $622 a month.
Yeah, as of July, as of the end of July. So to get going today would just be $424. Your next payment wouldn't be due until the end of July, and from that point on, it would be $622. The program itself is 4 months long. You 3 times your investment. You could pay this bad boy off early, no penalties.
Okay, all right. 424 is something I could probably get together pretty quickly. All right.
Cool. So there's one. So that's the one I know that for sure we'll get approved for that one. Now let me ask you this: do you have a PayPal account?
No.
Okay. So what you might want to do is go ahead and try to create one. Just to go to paypal.com, create a username, password. The reason why I'm having you do this is because eventually we're going to go to paypal.com/credit. What this will allow us to do is we're going to see if we can get approved for a line of credit. If we do, it's a 6-month same as cash deal. So let's just pretend that you got approved for $2,000. Let's just say that. As long as we pay that off before the 6 months, it's 0 interest, which means we can get in the door a lot sooner and we can get you moving. Cool. And like I said, the program itself is 4 months long. We'll be able to pay that thing off way in advance.
Okay. And
now you said you said 620. There is one that I want to try. This one is kind of hit and miss. The sweet pay you'll definitely get approved for, but this one I want to try. It's called Fund My Contract. It's definitely worth a shot. I'm a person that wants to extend all my options, right? So if the roles are reversed, I want to know that I tried everything in my power, right? So what this will allow us to do is we take that 7,300, would be broken out into much very smaller payments. So it would be a 6 or 12 months, same as cash. I saw a guy the other day get approved for like an 84-month loan. His monthly payment was like $166. Now the cool thing about this is we pay it off before the 6 or the 12 months, whatever agreement that you get approved for. Same 6 or 12 months, same as cash, which means you can pay the thing off early, no penalties. If we're not able to pay it off at that point in time, you still have that low monthly payment, which is great. A very small inconvenience to 3 times the amount that you're going to make.
Okay. All right. So I still want to do this. Still want to do this program. I'm just trying to figure out the money part, because either way, I'm still going to have to reach out for some assistance.
Well, if you get approved for the Fund My Contract, there's the first 30 days, there's no payment due. So we can at least try to see if you get approved. That way we know what's on the deck that we can play with and what's not. You cool with that?
PayPal? Is that the one that you're referring to? With Sweet Pay?
With Fund My Contract. Sweet Pay, I know you get approved for. Sweet Pay is just going to be $424 down, but Fund My Contract, there's no payment due for the first 30 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so sure. I'm open to trying that.
That's definitely worth a shot. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get this back on here. Fund My Contract. Okay. This takes like maybe 3 or 4 minutes to find out if we get approved. It's worth a shot though. All right. What's a good email address?
It is thepoetdannie@gmail.com.
All right, check your email.
Okay. Hasn't come through just yet. Check my Outlook.
And I can always make sure that I send it to the
Yes. Did you spell it DANNIE?
Let's see here. I put THE, and then poet POET, and then Danny DANNI @gmail.com.
Oh, it's DANNIE.
Oh, that's okay. That's where it didn't go. Okay. All right, let me resend this. Application. Poet DANNIE.
Yeah.
2 N's.
Yes. DANNIE.
Okay, cool. All right. Whoops. All right, let me send this now. 7,300. Okay. Now check your email.
Okay, let me see. Let's see. Okay, I think it came through. All right, I see it. Okay, let's see. I'm filling out the form now.
Yeah, no problem. Danny, where are you based out of?
Oh, I'm in Southwest Florida.
Oh man, Southwest Florida. We go to Florida almost every year for vacation. We went, yeah, last year we went to Panama City, Florida. And then the year before that, I think you guys just had like what was that? You guys had an all-inclusive resort down in Florida. They just closed that one down. I can't think of the name. Shoot, what was that?
I would not be able to tell you because there is so many. There's so many out here. I have no idea.
But this next December, we're going to be in Miami for a week, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, you picked a good spot. Miami is the place to be if you're going anywhere here.
Yeah, we're bringing the whole group of kids with us, so gonna let them experience a little bit of a nightlife.
Oh, they're gonna love it. It's gonna be really fun. They have a lot of stuff for kids like drag racing and go-karts and stuff. Oh, dang, I got declined.
So that's not a problem. We just want to figure out what we get approved for. That happens to a lot of individuals. So you'll already be approved for the sweet pay. The other one we could look into is PayPal credit. But right now, I think like your best option, if you don't have the PayPal credit, sometimes that might take a day or two to find out if you get approved because you haven't had an account. We can always try it if you want to see what we get approved for. But you will get approved for the sweet pay, which is the 424 down. Is that something you think you can get rolling with and get you uploaded today?
I don't have 424 today. I wish I did, but I can round up 424. I just would need a little bit of time to do that. And then, just doing that, that would give me the month to launch this and get some clients and actually start everything so that I'd be able to make the sweet pay payments. Because I don't want to just borrow the money from somebody and not even be able to. So I'm gonna move some things around and talk to a few people and go that path as far as making payments with you guys so I can do it because I still really want this. So
Maybe you want to try call your bank and ask them if they'd be open to a personal loan. That's how a lot of people get in as well. And that way, if you get a personal loan, don't ask for 7,300, ask for the 6,500, say the $800. Then it's all the way paid off, and then you're making smaller payments to your own bank.
that's a great idea. You are just full of all types of great ideas. Thank you. I will definitely do that. I'm going to go see my banker.
Yeah, so call the bank and just find out what that looked like and just say, I'm looking for a personal loan. That covers a large amount of different things. And then ask for that, but write down, ask for 65. If you're going to get a personal loan from the bank, ask for the 6,500. So that way you save $800.
Okay, will do.
What
Thank
about,
you.
do you have any family that's willing to support you?
My father is willing to help me, but I know he doesn't have 424 to drop on me right out the gate. But I do have a few people that I haven't asked for help yet that I think might have it. So that's really why I'm saying I should just ask a couple of people and see, check and see who can do this for me because I have people who want me to win and want me to do this. So I'm gonna let them actually help me this time.
Yeah, because think about that. If we can get you going, we can get those back. We can get your first couple clients. The goal, if you remember the averages, 73% of our students are signing their client in month one, on average, taking them 1 week. So when people are getting their client in 1 week or two, right? Tops. So if we can get this going, we can set up all your back-end systems, already have you some paying clients, and then you're moving forward with your business while you're still kind of doing like the side hustles. They'll just bring a little bit extra income, right? The goal is to eventually not to do any side hustles, right? But until we actually build up that type of revenue that we want. So if we get this thing rolling a little bit sooner, you're going to be in a better position. We're moving into the 4th of July. So like the last couple months of summer, people are very cognizant on how their body and how they feel. For 4th of July, cookouts, right? Those are big times in the fitness industry to maximize on a lot of different clients. The warmer it is, that's where we can start generating more leads through that local outreach as well. So there's a ton of things that we can really maximize within this next month or two to get you solidified as far as what you're looking for financially.
Okay. Yeah.
I want you to think
you're
of
right.
this.
4th of July is right around the corner.
Yeah, I want you to think about this. Think about this, like in your mindset. 424 is the only thing separating me between me and Dannie 2.0, where I can be fully financially free. I don't have to ask for shit from no one. I can drop money whenever I want. I can travel whenever I want. I do what I want when I want.
I think I can make this happen. I just need like maybe a day or two to figure it out, but I think I can make this happen.
Let's do that. Let's make this happen. All right. So why don't me and you connect again in a couple days? Let's get this thing going for you. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to I'll work some things on the back end for you. Okay. I'm gonna see what I can help with as well. Pull out your schedule and let's see here. Tomorrow's Thursday. How confident are you in your own skill set and ability? You think you can make some things pop by tomorrow?
Like this time tomorrow?
No, it doesn't gotta be this time. What about your Eastern time, right?
Yeah, it's noon right now.
What about 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow?
Let's touch base tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay. And hopefully I have some good news for you.
Cool. So I'm just gonna put you in my calendar right now. So put me in your calendar.
Okay.
Dannie Hernandez, 3 p.m. And then I'm also going to send you over some additional resources as well. I want you to leave this phone call in the mindset that you're a student, like as in you started today. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to make sure that I'm holding you accountable, that you're now a student. So I'm going to give you some homework stuff to do, and I'm going to test your hustling skills, man. So today, this is test one. Get that hustle going.
Okay.
And then if you're able to make something pop, let me know, text me immediately, even if it's before, if it's later today, say, hey, I made some things happen. And then we can kind of converse and figure out what I made happen as well on my end. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I will talk to you tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Okay, I'm excited.
I am too. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.